As a preface to this video, I want to say I neither condone nor condemn Tess Holliday or her life choices. Just because she's not as healthy as she could be does not mean she's a bad person, nor does that mean that just because you're healthy mean that you're any better than she is. It's just what it is, and these are just my opinions, and I hope you guys understand that and can listen. So, recently Cosmopolitan magazine had Tess Holliday on the cover of their magazine. Now, if you have no clue whatsoever who Tess Holliday is, she's a bigger woman, she's a plus size model, and she has been, for the last couple of years, the main star in a show called My Big Fat Fabulous Life. Now, she is living one of the best lives that she can live right now, and I don't begrudge her that. In fact, I think it's wonderful that she can still enjoy life no matter the level of her health, of her well-being, or what may have you. However, between modern media and marketing and other things, we do need to talk a bit about why I feel strongly that just because there should not be shame associated with overweight, with a condition like obesity or morbid obesity, does not mean I say you can be healthy no matter what size you are. I've discussed this in a previous video, but to reiterate some of the points I had in that one, health at any size is a lie, and anyone that tells you that you're healthy just the way you are, yes, you may be healthy currently, but eventually the check will be needing to be paid, and you will be paying for your decisions with your livelihood, your well-being, your overall feeling good or feeling bad at that point. You may not feel bad right now. That doesn't mean you won't feel bad later. Look at me. I'm only 27. I'm already feeling the strain of having been overweight for more than 10 years. So I know what I'm talking about. I really do. Now, for the record, I do not believe we should be fat shaming anyone. I don't. What does shaming somebody for what they haven't been able to control before help? Really? Because you have to understand, obesity is an addiction, okay? It's not just, oh, you ate too much, you can eat less. For a lot of people that are morbidly obese, the reason why they are such is not solely because of lifestyle choices, but also because of outside factors that they had little to no control over. One of the main ones is genetics. Genetics play a huge part in a lot of predetermined factors that can cause obesity and morbid obesity. One of these factors is joint pain and joint issues. Now, arthritis can be very easily passed down through genetics. In fact, my best friend's entire family suffers from this issue, and it's because they all carry the gene that activates this condition. Now, does this give them a clean slate and complete innocence and non-liability when it comes to their health? No. If I thought that having pain made it so that you weren't responsible for your health, I'd have let go years ago, but I didn't. I'm not as healthy as I should be, but I'm better. At the same time, we have to understand that food can often be an addiction for those who are psychologically unwell. For those that grow up grew up in abusive households, for those that grew up with mental instability, food provided an escape and possibly a self-medication through the release of serotonin into the body from eating. I think it's serotonin. Serotonin or melatonin or something like that. But there's a chemical in the brain that gets released when you eat that makes you feel good. It's about the same kind of thing as if you have an opiate problem or if you're addicted to sugar. In fact, one study shows that sugar is actually 10 times more addictive than cocaine, which is cause for concern. And really that brings up a lot of question about just how helpful the food industry is actually being when it comes to trying to help with the obesity epidemic, considering that it is an epidemic. Now, I do not begrudge Tess Holliday her feeling good about herself and her celebrating the fact that she can still be beautiful even at the size she is. However, she also subscribes and even helps to promote the health at any size movement, which I do not condone and I do not agree with because, like I said previously, eventually the check is going to be due and you're going to suffer for it. Now, do I think that having representation for bigger people is going to help raise awareness and make it so that it's not as taboo to talk about the issue? Yes, in fact, Boogie2988 said something similar where he says if more plus-size people are cast and included in these kinds of things, then this will become a more mainstream and normalized issue to the point to where we don't actively avoid the subject, but rather we contribute to the conversation on a daily basis because we understand it's just a fact of life. We're not promoting it. We're not saying it's okay, but we are saying it's okay to not be okay and to ask for help, because there are so many people out there whose families have abandoned them for being overweight, whose friends have told them time and again to eat less and move more, and aren't helping them at all because, to be honest, the same old advice over and over again is just like beating on a brick wall with a wooden mallet. You're not going to get through any faster. You're just going to continue to cause yourself and the other person pain. That's pretty much what this is. All you're doing is contributing to the continuation of the issue instead of helping them to find a way out. So, do I believe that this is possibly a good thing as far as helping to make people understand that obesity is not an unmentionable issue? Yes. Do I think that making it seem like being a big person is healthy? No. In fact, I would say that we need to rail against that notion as quickly and as vehemently as possible to keep people from accepting that as the reality and making themselves worse by choosing to do nothing. Because that, I think, is the worst sin you can possibly commit against your own health and self-worth. This has been The Wandering Wind. I've just been talking about something that I feel is very necessary to bring up and necessary to really address. And I hope you guys have the time to share your opinions, share your perspectives, share your ideas or your ideals about this. And if you can, please just make sure to hit that like button if you appreciate the video. Please make sure to hit that subscribe button if you want to see more introspective and investigative and just thought-provoking videos like this one. And I hope you guys have a wonderful day. I will see you guys again next time. Please make sure to check out my other videos. And I hope you have a wonderful day. Thank you for watching.